Talk about your time with 50 Cent at Columbia Records and the energy and atmosphere during those days.
Yeah, so at the time when he was at Columbia, man, I would spend a lot of time with him in the studio. He worked at Hit Factory a lot. Was for me, it was amazing because that was a beautiful studio, professional. So I never seen nothing like it. And he had like the team from Trackmaster there. Shout out to Rich Nice, who was his A&R. And I would just sit in the room, watch LES and them work with him when he did Lord Forgive Me, and just watch him cut these records. And this is where me not realizing I was turning into a manager and doing other things because I was an intern at Def Jam. I had a lot of connections, so I'd be like, "Yo, let's go to this studio, meet with this producer or DJ," and whether it was Stretch Armstrong or whoever at the time, he would come. And one time he brought me to the studio. Nori's there, Punch, Wordsworth, AL, a few other rappers was in the room, and he was just going in bars. Everybody was rapping, and they captured that footage. There's old school footage of that, and I would just be the man in the background there. He was with Nori. Nori's filming the street documentary, E Money Bags, all the Queens gangsters was there. The energy was that was dark, bro. It was crazy. Fifth would take me there. I'm just right there. He was like, nah, shot, stay in the background. He always had me in the back, but I was there with him. He had his homies with him. So he had the killers with him. I was just there on the time making a connection and just being around him, just learning that, this is what we do. We move around, we outside. At the time it wasn't the term, but we was outside, moving and shaking. And through that whole chapter, I was realizing that it was more than just making the music, because I was learning from Kurt Gowdy, learning from LES, learning from Rich Nice, being in the studio, nice Hit Factory, big atmosphere, amazing vibes, and I was learning the levels of frequency that Trackmasters had it on, because he was like, yo, that drum sound dusty. You need to get some better drums and poking them. Their drums was amazing. So they actually, my whole thing, if you ask me, Trackmasters was a big influence for me in making music because they took it to a whole nother level, man. The way they made their music, and 50 with them was just, that was a chamber where he learned his excellence and made the best records and got him ready for what he was about to do next. So that era was more of a learning era, not even a producing. I only did Power the Dollar at that time. So we're just moving and shaking through the industry, meeting people and running around the city. One time we was driving to Hit Factory from Queens. He was in the back of my MPV, and he would listen to Beanie Siegel a lot. And Beanie had this one song where it was like probably 60 bars straight where he was spazzing. And it just came out. He said, "You see that? That's why they listening to him, like he going in. But I got something better than that. I'm about to shoot this concept." So me and Pat, we driving, we going in the studio, whatever, and he started rapping, and he started rapping How to Rob. And I'm like, "Yo, what the is that?" He was like, "Yo, I'm about to lay this." And he went in, sure enough, and I didn't hear it until it was done. When I heard that with the Mad Rapper, I was like, "Yo, what the is this?" Because his voice so perfect, cuts through, you hear every word, and the beat was fire, and he just went and did that after he was already, like, everything with him was premeditated. He really thought songs out. So a lot of his best records were the ones that he thought even before he went to the studio, and then he laid it. And that record was one of those where he was writing for a few days, like leading up to it. And when he got in there, it was just to spit it out because he already memorized the flow, his cadence, and everything. And that time while he's recording that How to Rob is going, everybody's talking. Yo, what the who? And he got Jay-Z to say his name. He done hit some nerves, right? So then he did Your Life's on the Line. Now when I heard that, I was like, yo, not only is he going in, this beat is hard. This beat was crazy. At the time, everybody was sampling. This is the first non-sample beat with the drums and the programming. Shout out to Terrence Dudley. I never heard a beat like that. I was like, yo, who did this? And he was like, this Terrence Dudley kid. It was like a nerdy, he wasn't no street dude at all. So when I was like, yo, this is crazy, yo. So I went to the video shoot. He had the whole crew. He was in downtown Brooklyn, like by the bridge. And he was under there. He had his whole squad there, and he was shooting a video. I'd just be around him. And when I heard Your Life's on the Line, I was like, yo, this man is not playing. But that honestly sent a vibration where you could feel that somebody was gonna be mad because he was going in on that, man. And that's when I started realizing he was not no joke, man. And that started going up, and everyone heard that. It was crazy. It was on. It was on. He started a war with that record.
If you want to see this full interview without having to wait, you can join our YouTube memberships program for just $8 a month. You get the full interview, behind the scenes footage, and no ads. If you want more, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com youtube.com/diverse mentality. And for $10 a month, you can not only get these full interviews immediately, but also get uncut and ad-free documentaries as well. The link is in the description for both.